Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, we've got commentary on Bitcoin from Alex Edelman, the CEO of Lolly, as well as Q4 updates from both Bitfarms and Stronghold Digital. But just before we get into the show today, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. All right, so Alex Edelman, the CEO and co-founder of Bitcoin rewards app Lolly, that's Lolli, has provided the following commentary to InvestorIdeas.com regarding Bitcoin's status as an alternative to traditional finance. Quote, Bitcoin is continuing to gain momentum amid the banking crisis, showing that investors are recognizing Bitcoin as a secure store of value and a stable alternative to traditional finance. The banking crisis has highlighted the fragility of centralized finance in contrast to Bitcoin, which has done exactly what it was created to do for over a decade on a completely trustless, transparent basis. Bitcoin was created precisely for moments like this when the traditional banking system fails, highlighting the need for an asset that is completely independent of centralized finance and banking. The announcement of a $300 billion injection into the economy to save cash-strapped banks has also driven Bitcoin's price up. The intervention, which is widely being called a bailout, highlights that the traditional banking system is showing cracks. Many investors are now acting with the belief that the Fed won't hike interest rates, with banks under duress, driving increased market confidence, which has historically fueled increased demand for Bitcoin. As the crisis continues to unfold, we will see a growing number of people reconsider their money and shift their capital to Bitcoin as a superior, secure alternative to traditional finance. End quote. For more on Lolly, visit their website over at www.lolli, that's Lolli.com. Next up, Bitfarms Limited, which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol BITF, has posted its financial results for the fourth quarter and year ended December 31st, 2022. Some highlights include the mining of 1,434 Bitcoins in Q4, or 5,167 for the year of 2022, that is, a net loss of $17 million US and a total revenue of $27 million USD for the quarter. The company's president and CEO Jeff Morphy comments, quote, Our high operating efficiencies and low-cost power contracts yielded an average direct cost of production of $10,000 per Bitcoin in 2022. Even during an especially challenging Bitcoin pricing environment in Q4, we continued to generate positive cash flow from operations and posted $1 million in adjusted EBITDA as we maintained total cash cost of production per Bitcoin less than the average price of Bitcoin for the quarter. End quote. Lastly, for today, Stronghold Digital Mining Inc., which trades on the NasDaq as SDIG, has posted its Q4 2022 operations and financial update. Highlights include an estimated $23 million of revenue, a net loss of $48 million. The quarter's revenue, according to the press release, comprised an estimated $14 million from the sale of energy, an estimated $8 million from crypto mining, and an estimated $1 million from capacity sales during the quarter. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss in investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available. This podcast was sponsored by AppTech Payments Corp. AppTech is an innovative fintech company whose mission is to deliver a better way for businesses to provide their customers with immersive commerce experiences. For more information, visit apptechcorp.com. AppTech trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol APCX.